What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's episode, we will be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as EOS to Bitcoin. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. We are doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, which is just right around the corner. I think 500 more subscribers and we will be there. But otherwise, let's dive into today's episode. So we're going to be looking at a few things, seeing the slight rise in cryptocurrencies, as well as discussing a few things, pretty much talking about how Bitcoin may potentially be in full force right now. Bitcoin bulls in full force, altcoins price going off the charts. Pretty wild, something we're gonna have to look at in a second. Today is certainly a good day in the crypto market as Bitcoin touched 6,500 at one point while staying above the crucial 6K level. In the meantime, Bitcoin hash rate is also on the rise while altcoins are having a field day as various cryptocurrencies are on the rise between 30 to 50%. It's been 3 days that the bulls have been here and kept the entire cryptocurrency market in the green. With the way things are progressing, looks like bulls are here to stay, but you never know. However, for now, the market is enjoying good gains. As shown in the charts, Bitcoin has managed to stay above $6,000 as the press time. It has been changing hands at 6,485 with the market cap at 111 billion. It is managing the daily trading volume at around 4.8 billion. Though in the last 2 days, Bitcoin has been climbing back to its previous levels of 65.50 around from where it got dropped 3 days back. The greenery is good for the market right now. The total market cap has reached 214.9 billion, while Bitcoin dominance has slid down to 52.4% as altcoins make substantial gains. From the top altcoins, XRP is doing really well as it ascends more than 8.14%, climbing to 31 cents. Ethereum has closed down $300 with minimal gains of 2%, while Stellar has managed to go up by 5.87% at 29 or 22 cents. Cardano has risen 6.7%, while Tron did a good job along with IOTA and Neo, which have risen with 10.6% each. Otherwise, let's jump into some technical analysis. Let's look at the coin market cap and just make sure everything looks about right. So right now I'm on the coin market cap. The coin market cap actually looks pretty nice with a market cap of 217 billion, which is very high up, a lot higher than what we saw yesterday, which was sitting at around 200 billion. 24-hour volume looking a little bit higher at 16. I believe it was 15 or 14% yesterday, and then a Bitcoin dominance slightly getting lower at 51.7%. But look at this beautiful greenery, guys. Everything is doing quite phenomenal. Things are going up very, very, very high. I'm seeing double-digit gains, which is beautiful. We're definitely going to have to look at that in the other altcoins in a second on technical analysis. Bitcoin at 6,500, like I said, 1.75%. Beautiful to see this finally moving back up. Is the market exhausted? We're going to have to find out. Ripple 10% gains now. EOS 10% gains. Pretty freaking wild. EOS now in the 5th place, or it has been there. I'm not too sure. Litecoin at $59, about to hit 60 at 4.6% up. But otherwise, things are looking quite well. The top 10 cryptos all seem to be doing quite well and are up. So definitely some good news. Nice to see some greenery in the market. Will we stay above? We're going to have to check out the technical analysis and see. So Bitcoin on the weekly looks quite nice on the relative strength index at 44.5, which is definitely a nice place to sit. You can see we practically retested the bottom here at around 58 and 5,800 and bounced right up off of that. So we did seem to find a bottom. It may be that 5,800 is an extremely strong support, which we're going to try to stay above, and hopefully we do. But we shot right back up and are now continuing to go pretty darn high. We saw a $6,600 Litecoin a few hours ago, but came back down to 6,500, and we should close potentially above 6,500, which will be very nice. But you guys can see the bounce, the movement back upwards. Clearly this red band is going to start acting as resistance soon, but things look nice in Bitcoin's perspective. Now on Bitcoin on the daily, you can see we're slowly coming out of this oversold territory. We're currently sitting at around 40. No, I'd say around 41 to 42 on the relative strength index. And you can see that we were trapped in this channel right here on this white line that I drew, which is the bottom of this inverse shoulder that we had in the past breakout. And you guys will notice there's a lot of potential here. We've been like hanging out in here. We tested the bottom at around 5,800, shot right back up. So huge support down here, and are now just kind of taking off and retracing back to where we were 3 days ago, which is definitely nice to see. So we should potentially get to a $6,600 Bitcoin very soon, and then to continue up. I do think it is looking at its high-low middle moving average as an area to potentially move up to. So I do think within the next week or two, we could see a movement back up to around $7,300 for Bitcoin. It would definitely be a nice recovery for the market, and I do think it'll bring a lot of people back into the markets and will be less weary if we can see some sort of correction back upwards after such a massive fall downwards. Lastly, let's check out Litecoin right now. I'm checking it out on the hold on, I want to jump to the weekly, not the monthly. And you can see how, again, we were at a bottom of around 48. That's where we bottomed out, around 50. And you can see that's practically the bottom of where we started from. That's where we started the breakout originally 7 or 8 months ago. And you can see I did draw a really strong support level at around 55, which we did see break a few days ago. But I said if we do break it, it's not going to be permanent and it will be temporary, and we will see a strong recovery right after. And that seems to be what happened. You can see we bounced right off of this candle, started this week's candle, fell below it and retraced right back up, currently trading at $59. 60 does seem to be a slight mental barrier for Litecoin, but I do think we will go much farther above that in the upcoming days. Now let's just check out Litecoin on the daily. You can see we finally on the daily have been entering a more neutral territory on the relative strength index. We were extremely oversold a few days ago, and we are now just over, I want to say 30. So we definitely are looking nice. You can see where I drew this resistance right here, or support, where we have bounced off of it in the past, and you can see we're just flying up right off of that. Now that is a good thing in the short term, but I'm still kind of worried about Litecoin, mainly due to this downtrend that is on the market. I need to see us break this yellow downtrend, or I'm going to continue to be bullish on it. I'm going to continue to be bullish. I'm going to continue to be bearish on it. So until we see a break of this downtrend, the 8-month downtrend, I'm still bearish at the moment. So I'm just waiting for this to be broken, and then we'll see. I do think some consolidation is needed. We may move back up, retest highs at around 65, and then we could just follow it down slowly, test 55, and then go down a little bit lower, test 50, and potentially break out back to its high-low middle moving average. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum still just hanging in there. You guys can see it's pretty much just consolidating sideways. You can see price level is finally above $300 at 302. You can see where the support is right here, which we drew. We did dip quite a bit below it, but we pulled right back up. You can see we're starting to enter a more neutral territory on this relative strength index. You can see right here how we're just about to enter it. So there is plenty of room for Ethereum to grow, and I do think it's going to continue to go higher. We may see Ethereum get up to around 360 before we see some sort of resistance from this downtrend right here. If at due time we do break this downtrend, we should head right back up to its high-low middle moving average, probably around a $450 Ethereum in my opinion. And lastly, let's check out EOS, which I know is doing quite well on the charts from when we looked in the beginning of this episode. And I'm just drawing on some support levels right now for you guys, drawing the bottom support and resistance levels. And there's a few things to take note of right now as I draw these on. So I'm basically putting on lines wherever I see a reverse in the price. That tells me there's some sort of resistance or support at that level. So I'm just drawing a few on, and you can see how these correlate with previous time. So you can see right here, I drew this at this reversal right here, and you can see the price is already touched here. We go back, it's touched there again. It's had some support over here. So these lines are pretty important in my opinion. Now I'm just zooming in a little bit, and you can see how we were extremely oversold. So that was what led to this run, I personally believe, because the whole market was practically oversold. We needed to rise up, and I know a lot of people don't believe in relative strength index, but I personally find it a good tool to use. When you look at the weekly, daily, 4-hour, even monthly, they're all really good to use when you combine them all together and then take an educated decision on it. But you can see we found a bottom right over here, and then we shot right up out of this oversold territory. So we may, and we still do have plenty of potential to continue up. Clearly, this would be the next resistance level. But if things go north and we do go back up, we should potentially retest this high-low middle moving average as this comes back down into play. But otherwise, that's going to sum up the episode for today, guys. If you like the content, make sure to smash the thumbs up button as well as turn on post notifications. Giveaway at 5,000, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.